feel like it's easier to. I feel like we're not far away from, like you're saying, like being in that, like a mutual thing, right? It's like, I feel like we're on the same page with where things are at, like understanding it.
You talking about you and her?
Yeah, I think we're both on the same page as far as our understanding of where we are at in the situation.
When do you want to go into this? When's the last time you heard?
No, here's my point, because you're not listening.
I am listening. All right, you're right.
What you're saying is a scenario of not seeing somebody for a very long time and then just showing up and having your own being in your own world of like, oh, let's be friends, after having like no contact for months and months and months. My point is, this girl is under the impression that she's probably thinking that I'm like wanting to get mad serious, right? So
yeah.
like we're kind of both on. What I'm saying is we're both on the same page. Whereas the example that you made, it's like two people that are on complete opposite ends of the spectrum.
All right, if you think that you're both on the same page,
if I'm not, then how come when I was gone for months? And then I went back in and saw her, it was like that. I'm telling you, bro.
Do it.
I got all this astrology shit, right? Makes me sound like a fucking lunatic.
You sound like a woman.
But I'm fucking right.
It works for football.
Right? I've been right about a lot of shit.
You're right about football, I'll tell you that much.
So if all this stuff keeps lining up, this girl is dating this guy, but he's got that problem, and oh, what a surprise, he's your enemy sign. Tyreek Hill, fucking dog in a dragon year, having a dog shit year. Got Tua fucking concussed. I said it would happen, it's been happening. Jamar Chase, in the same fucking breath, I said avoid Tyreek Hill. I said Jamar Chase will ball out. He's having a fucking amazing year. Again, astrology and the numerology, all this shit keeps fucking lining up. And it sounds ridiculous, but it all keeps adding up. So if all the shit that I'm talking about this girl sounds ridiculous, but it all keeps adding up, eventually I'm going to be correct.
Well, you have been very correct in your preseason assumptions.
One of the craziest ones that I said was that David Njoku would have 100 fucking catches this year.
Who? I don't know.
The tight end for the Browns.
I don't know.
He was out for like 4 weeks because he was hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of Deshaun Watson. They put in Jameis Winston.
Oh, I'm a big Winston guy.
Bro, the guy's been having like 10 targets a week.
Okay.
And I said he'd be on pace for 100 fucking targets. Bro, you can't fuck with me. Simple as that. You can't fuck with me. If you try to fuck with me, I'm going to tell Joe Rogan and he's going to kick your fucking ass. Because now we're boys. And if you try to run, he'll fucking bow hunt you like a fucking elk.
Well, I say do it. If you're going to do it tomorrow. Don't waste your time.
Do what tomorrow? Whip my dick out?
I would actually suggest that. Go in there with, say, you want the...
Today would have been a good day. Because today is a 6 and an 8 day. 6 is like trust a little bit, 8, she's an 8, so that could have played into it. The girl I had at my house today is an 8. So I'm getting some of that 8 energy rubbing off on me. My bed smells like a fucking 8 was in it.
My question is, when is the last time you spoke to the person in question?
G-Money?
G-Money. When's the last time you spoke to him?
Wednesday, I think.
Has there been any conversation that would lead either of you to believe that this may be going somewhere?
Conversation? Not really.
Any interaction with her that may lead her to believe this is going somewhere?
Recently? No.
Nah.
I've just been, dripping out little texts here and there. But listen, man.
I just don't
think of it like sales. If you have a customer who's not responding, you put them on a drip campaign.
I've done those with mortgages. They've been pretty successful.
And then eventually, when it's time for that client to figure their shit out, they hit you up.
Yo, you are not fucking kidding. Holy shit. Your boy Jamar balled the fuck out. So yeah, I Did not doubt you even preseason. I might have talked some shit. I did not doubt you. I think all right, you've been right about all this stuff. If you think you're right about this, go and do it. I think you're like 1 or 2 weeks out from doing it. I think you got to start getting not waiting. I think you're 2 weeks out from what you want to do. I think you need 2 weeks, and I think you need to become not aggressive, but just more aggressive.
Smoke less weed.
I don't want to give you bad advice.
I think the weed might have made me a little bit passive.
Then don't smoke the weed.
But there's a lot of things, man. There's a lot of things. I think I'm about to hit a little upswing. I was definitely on a downward spiral or a down point.
You were down.
But I think I'm starting to snap out of it. I got the kids coming back, so that'll be great.
Oh, you're definitely snapping out.
I got my weight up, which was fantastic.
Yeah, you fucking did.
I got guys telling me my arms look big. What do you want? I mean, fucking
yeah, but you're the asshole, like the guy that could just you'll put on a fucking sizable size. You'll put on a sizable amount of mass on your muscles in a very short period of time. I mean, I'm talking about under a month. Like you can do. Like I got to take testosterone to do what you do. You know, when you can.
I just got to eat and work out.
But when you are dedicated, you are fucking.
But then he was saying I had bitch tits and a beer belly. It's like
who said that?
Fucking Rob. It's like, are you looking in the mirror or are you looking at me? Which one is it?
I have a relative that's like that. He will critique everybody else's physique where he is carrying bitch tits and a rear belly.
Yeah, I mean,
but the dude literally...
He got 1 out of 3. My arms are looking big, so...
Yeah, they are looking... Remember when you fucking...
not today, though. That's why I'm wearing the hoodie. Bro, I lost like 10 pounds last week. I was like bugging the fuck out. I had a couple days just in the last like week where I was like... drinking coffee, up all night till 5 in the morning until McDonald's opens just to get a meal in and go get their breakfast sandwiches. Mm-hmm. Like, even tonight, you know, like, I'm like yawning now, but then by the time I go home, the caffeine will fucking kick in and I'll be laying in bed at like 3 a.m. thinking, well, McDonald's opens in 2 hours. I'm kind of hungry. Maybe I'll go get some fucking sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins.
Oh, fucking
2 for $5. Dude,
fuck,
you cannot beat those.
I fucks with McDonald's, but all right, the McRib came back. I've only had one. I'm limiting myself to like 1 every 4 days until it's gone again. But
I'm not a big fan of the McRib.
I love the McRib. But you're the type of guy who you could eat recklessly, but you have that metabolism and you have that drive and you have that work ethic. You put in enough effort in the gym to where it negates shitty eating.
But if you eat a shitty meal and then you don't eat for a fucking day, it's just, it's not perfect, but like you're going to burn those calories off.
Can you go 24 hours without eating? Because if you go 24 hours without eating... Yeah, well then you could eat fucking Big Mac meal or get yourself a 20-piece and some fries and shit. And it's not going to affect you because you just fasted for 24 hours. I've been doing that too, by the way, like what you said. I'm going like 16 to 17 and a half hours without eating. My mental focus has been better. But let's get back to G-Money. If you think you're ready, do it. I think stay off the weed. Don't hit the pen as long as you can go out. Be fucking how Tony was at the bars a couple years ago. Smooth, confident.
We'll talk a little more about it afterwards because the phone's recording, so I can't really show you.
Oh, are we still recording?
It's been recording. What do you mean?
Okay, my bad, dude. I thought it had stopped.
Nah, it's I'll show you something after we're done here.
All right.
But,
we'll get it.
We're at, are we close to the...
Yeah, we're at 1 hour 15, so I think we got to start wrapping up.
Yeah, we'll cut it short.
I'm ready to wrap up because I got to piss.
All right.
And I've been having a shits for a while. But I think you're close. You want to do it. Look, you've been right about other stuff. And then there are times that you were right. I'm like, no, you're wrong. You ended up being right. All right, cool. But my personal opinion, I think you're 2 weeks away from doing what you want to do. I think you stay off the weed. You become a little more, what do you call it, focused, not aggressive, just more interested, more assertive, that's the right
word.
More present, more assertive, make your presence known, text and in person, and then I think you know what you're doing, but I think if you give it 2 weeks, bro, that's when you come in and say the whole friend thing.
You know what's funny, bro? You know how I had the watch set to like certain times and shit?
Yeah.
So the watch that I had was set to 220 because 22 is the master builder number. Mm-hmm. However, it reduces down to a 4. 4 is the enemy of 3. She's a 3. So I was probably walking around with that thing set to the enemy number, and here I am trying to talk to her.
Yeah, I don't think that's as big of a deal as your number and her number being compatible. All right, sorry. Go.
If you're introducing enemy energy, I'm doing it to myself.
So even something as little as having your watch set to a specific time, yeah, I guess everything's connected. You got to be in the right mindset.
I'm sitting here rocking the watch all day.
All right.
Mm-hmm. And the day that I went there and it was like, yo, shoot me a text. That night at midnight when it turned over, as we were talking, it became a 22 day, which is Master Builder, which is great if you're like, oh, today's the day we're going to start building a relationship. But if it's a 4, and that's the day that I started talking to her when that's her enemy number, and that's kind of the thing that started us off on like a weird foot because I didn't respond, which is probably a good thing.
Actually, fucking the best.
Because then it's going to always be this like little, it's almost like seeing the girl in the phone. It's a little bit of the same vibe where the night that you get the girl's number, you leave her hanging a little bit.
Yes, naturally.
So you starting it off on this thing where she's always on the defensive of feeling a little bit like uncertain.
Uncertain, and that's bad for us. It's good for them. When we're uncertain, it's bad. When they're uncertain, it actually works out in our favor, and she will show more interest.
So I think that's why she's hooked, and I think the reason she's been kind of backing off is because she's getting the feelings coming up. She doesn't know how to handle them. She probably grew up. She already told me she's got trust issues. So you don't realize how much intel I've already received.
No, I know, but from what I know is when a woman is interested, they make it obvious. They don't know how to play the game like we do. They just, because they've never had to.
Her fears are beyond. I mean, look at me, bro.
When they're that interested, that fear goes to the wayside.
No. Her fears are higher than her feelings. That's the thing. Now, here's what happens. Watch this. I take my foot off the gas, and then all of a sudden, as the time goes by, she hasn't seen me for a while. Now the fears are down here, and now the feelings are still where they were, if not even greater, because it's been a while, and now she's thinking about it. See, what I've been doing is every week, I'll just kind of say a little, hey, how you doing type of thing, every week or two, just to kind of not go anywhere, so to speak, you know? Showing a little bit of that consistency that kind of gives you some peace of mind, because it's like going back to the hostage negotiator, you know, this is like his big thing. You know, he told the guy, he goes, did you call them? He goes, no, I don't want to call them. I didn't have anything good to tell him. He goes, so here's these people who have their fucking person or whoever is kidnapped. And they're not even getting a phone call. So they have no clue what's going on. They're bugging the fuck out. So this hostage negotiation guy, he would have you make that phone call every week no matter what. So these people that are waiting to see what's going on, they don't know what's going to happen to their kids, but they know that every week they're going to get a phone call and an update. And that gives them their peace of mind. So that's a little bit of what I'm going with. If this guy can fucking negotiate with hostages, I can negotiate with a big titty bitch.
She has great tits. All right. You know what? I'm changing my stance here. So much time has gone on with this. I'm saying 2 weeks, shit, or get off the pot. Make the move or let it die.
Well, unfortunately,
we've been talking about it a lot, and there's been very little action. Then again, I don't see what you say on the phone, but I want to see you succeed here. I just think you got to give yourself 2 weeks, contact, get it in.
Here's the thing.
Assert yourself.
Assert my dominance.
Just assert enough interest to keep her
myself?
interest. When you assert yourself, you can insert yourself. Yes, of course.
I heard a good one today. He said, consistency leads to intimacy. So now I'm just going to text her constantly. No. You know what? Yeah, do that. No, I'm fucking
text her all day, every day. That should work out fine. No, bro. Drip campaign, but a more assertive drip campaign. Yeah. And if you get the responses you're hoping for, you're smart enough to know that now is the time to walk in and hey, I think we're just better off as friends. bam, you got her as long as she doesn't watch this
Drip
shit.
my nuts on her fucking face.
And that's what I'm hoping you do. But you gotta make sure you're in the right position to do that first. But
I think we're in good. I think we're on a good path. You know, and I just gotta have faith that this shit's gonna be fucking happening the way it's supposed to happen instead of getting nervous. And I can tell you're getting antsy. You got to piss. Your balls is itching. My balls was hot.
My balls are itching. My balls are hot. And pee is stored in the balls, so you know I'm going. But good session. Good to like maybe reconvene. I don't know, Sunday or Monday.
All right. Just end it with something intelligent here. Tell these people the fucking golden nugget of the day.
The golden nugget of the day is the constellation Orion's right shoulder is a star named Betelgeuse. And anytime between now and the next 100,000 years, it will be considered overdue for a supernova. The star is of a large enough size, like the guys I meet on Grindr, to, instead of folding in on itself, to completely explode. And when it does, it is going to light up our night sky for about 3 months like it's daylight. It's not going to have any effect on us. It may affect the migration and the habits of nocturnal animals, but it is going to be a fucking once-in-a-lifetime sight. The last time this happened was around 2,000 years ago, where we have a visible supernova. It'll be the brightest thing in the night sky. Again, it'll be like daylight at night. It is overdue and has been overdue, but it is 8,000 light years away, to where if it happened, it's still going to take 8,000, it might be 4,000, 2,000, whatever, that many thousand years to get to us. So it may have already happened, and it could happen. It could happen tonight. It could happen tomorrow. It could happen anytime in the next 100,000 years. Point is, keep your eye in the skies. Fuck the X-Files. Watch for Beetlejuice to explode. Fuck this shit. Brush your teeth. I'm out.